Previously on Coruscant Nights. Is this Karp? Is Chloren? You remember me?
Maybe.
Chloren from college.
Oh, Chloren!
The university. You're not at the convention?
Convention?
Hypdepticon?
They didn't tell me!
He's got a definite shake to his hand. Hey.
He needs to lay off the calf, I think.
I'm glad you came.
It's good to see you, Chloren.
Yeah, you too. I got something great. You're not even gonna believe it.
I knock.
The door opens. Chloren is standing there looking at you, and he looks at the mop. And he looks at you, and then he stands aside, and you see Saul Vanderbeek.
He's actually there?
Sitting on a chair in the middle of the room.
Like a throne?
Tied to the chair.
Oh no.
With a gag in his mouth.
Oh my god.
See, he's here. A hero's journey is not so much a physical path, but an adventure to find the heights and depths within yourself.
Oh no, what's Karp gotten herself into this time? No, she hasn't gotten herself into anything. Other people are the entire reason that she is in any predicament at all. This is everybody else's fault. And now she has to save the day again.
And
she has to marshal... No, I'm still monologuing.
Okay.
She has to marshal the courage and the skill and the quick thinking that she learned on her adventure with Desh, and she comes up with nothing right now. Okay.
Your comlink starts buzzing again.
Oh, okay. Does Chloren notice?
Yeah, he looks at you, he looks down your pocket, looks at you.
Is there a caller ID on the comlinks?
That's a great question.
I
think you would probably know. It's probably Snoober.
Do I have a special ringtone for Snoober?
Yeah, what does it sound like?
The first thing I came up with was Phantom of the Opera. like a little digitized version of Phantom of the Opera.
Great.
Okay, that's him.
Yeah, it's Snoober.
Oh, this is my boyfriend. I just have to take this call.
You can't. No, we're busy.
Doing what? The guy's already tied up.
Yeah.
It'll look strange if I don't take this call. I always pick up when Snooper calls.
Chloren scrunches.
I've never been able to say no.
Scrunches his face up. I don't like this.
Chloren, you're just gonna have to put your jealousy away for a few seconds.
You answer the comlink.
Answer my comlink.
Hey, I'm all done down here. What are you still doing the thing?
Oh yes, I'm still at the convention, Snoopy.
Everything okay?
Why would he think otherwise?
You sound more nervous than usual.
So, I key in the comlink. You can key in little codes too into the comlink, right? Mm-hmm. Without it making beepy noises.
Yeah, Chloren's watching you.
So, but I hold it, I kind of turn it and hold it to my face so he can't see my little flipper thumb typing in a little emergency code on the comlink saying, "This is bad. It's my little SOS." And it's just, it's only a couple of notes. It's not like a long drawn out code. It's just,
is it like the same, is it
my little
the Nala tree frog is, soup is...
Yeah. I was thinking about getting some Nala tree frog soup later. What do you think, Snoopy?
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. I think you have to flip a light side point for that.
What? For having a conversation?
For having a code, a secret code.
Fine. Are you sure I can't? No, I don't want to roll for it. All my rolls cancel out.
Yeah, you're not having the roll luck today.
No dice with the dice.
Where do you want to meet up for the soup?
Oh, I think there's a place near here that is just way better than anything in Gunga Town. And by now he knows that I'm lying because Gunga Town has the best Nala tree frog soup in all of Coruscant.
All right, I'll see you at the Winner's Circle in about an hour.
We make it half an hour?
You got it. Yeah, sure.
I'm real hungry.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Really, meeting your heroes really works up your appetite. Okay, bye, Snoopy.
See you, Karp. I can't do like
Wait,
a big,
no.
a giant dry kiss.
Lizards can't do that. It just sounds like.
Yeah.
All right, he hangs up. Chloren has a look of jealousy on his face.
Yeah, he does. Chloren may have brought you here to impress you. So we gonna shoot this guy or what?
We should give him a last meal, don't you think?
His head is like rolling backwards. I don't think he's gonna eat anything. You know, it's a good idea. I'm gonna go get him. Get him a hot dog.
Okay. Perfect last meal.
You want anything?
Yeah. Could you get me a hot dog too?
Yeah, sure.
And on this planet, what are hot dogs made of? Just out of curiosity, a little world building for all of you listeners.
What aren't they made of? Shack, bantha, anything you can imagine.
All from off planet because there are not a lot of grazing.
Yeah.
Not a lot of
herbivores
farms on
yeah.
Coruscant.
Like, yeah, okay, I'll be right back.
All right,
he
thanks.
Slowly backs towards the door, looks at you, walks through the door and closes it.
Is there only one door out of the room? And he locks it?
Mm-hmm.
But I still have a blaster.
You do.
Is he going to wait there and see if I shoot it immediately?
I don't know. You've got all the light side points again.
Okay. So, I think...
So
I immediately start trying to wake up Saul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slap him on either side of the face. Oh.
Maybe a little harder than necessary since he tried to run away while I was being attacked as his rescuer.
Yeah.
He wakes up. I have some blush and makeup on my fingers now. So wearing a lot of makeup.
What are you people doing?
It wasn't me. I'm your rescuer. I was trying to save you from this crazy idiot, and he's gone to get his hot dogs, and now we've got
hot dogs?
He says he's going to go get his hot dogs, but he kind of locked us in here, so I don't know if he's really going to go get his hot dogs.
There must be some other way out.
Is there? I look around the room.
So the room looks like it's a storage room. It's not huge. The ceilings are a little taller than your average room. Mm-hmm. There are lots of crates and dollies, and yeah, there's a second exit, but it is also locked.
Okay.
With a chain around it.
I mean, a blaster-proof chain?
Depends on how well you roll. Will you please untie me?
Yeah, okay,
You've
fine.
like walked across the room and he's looking over his shoulder at you.
Just give me a minute. Alright, fine. I go over and untie him. The ungrateful jerk.
Yeah, he starts rubbing his wrists where they were tied together. Well, how do we get out of here? What is wrong with that person?
We don't have time to get into that. He was kicked out of the fan club. He took it very hard, taking it out on you.
All I said is I didn't have time to give him an autograph. I was walking to my car.
Wow. Be careful who you say that to.
I'm late for dinner with my twin brother.
Wait, you actually have a twin brother?
Yes.
I knew it.
He's a lousy actor.
But people probably blame you for that. Maybe people think you're the lousy actor.
I'm not a lousy actor.
Now, before we do anything, tell me, was Magla's baby a clone all along?
Like an actual clone or in the story? The
Karp
answer
doesn't know
is-
how to process this because for a
answer
very
is
long
yes.
time that show was her life. So it was real life to her.
Mm-hmm.
She is filled
Either way.
with vindication at one of her craziest theories that was poo-pooed by the fan club being validated by none other than Saul himself. Okay, now I'll untie you.
You untie his feet, and he stands up, and he sort of straightens his clothing, which is very disheveled and covered in dust and makeup. What do we do?
All right, let's try and get out of here. Chloren locked the door from the front, the one that we had entered through, and you say there's a second door chained up.
Mm-hmm.
So I set my blaster to the highest setting and shoot that.
Roll it.
Roll it. Okay, what do I roll? Ranged light?
There's no way you could do badly on this roll. Unless you're just really unlucky today.
What do I roll?
So it's ranged light.
2 ranks in that and 2 agility.
Which door are you going for?
I don't want to go out through the one that he just left. So are we talking like a door that's On an opposite sort of side of the room, like it would open into a different hallway?
Yeah.
Okay.
The room here, there's the hallway that way, and this door is like on the back side of the room.
Close enough that if Chloren is still hanging around, he could hear it and come racing around.
Maybe.
Alright, I'm gonna chance it. Alright, I shoot at the chain.
And you hit the chain. The chain breaks.
Perfect. Is it also locked?
You know you can open the door.
Alright, I open it very cautiously, sort of peeking my head out.
It's a swingy door and it squeaks as you open it.
Wait, before then, I say to Saul, do you remember the seasons where you played a private detective? He says, yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
My hobby is a private detective / romance novelist.
I always admired how you can combine the best of both worlds, Saul, but it's not the time for that. I need you to sort of operate on private detective mode again. You know, become your character. Just think of this as method acting. Mm-hmm. And
he was standing very straight, and now he just sort of he is more of an angle, and he just like falls into the role.
Yes, method acting.
Yeah.
I'm fangirling a little bit because this is like my childhood dream come to life.
If only I had my hat.
And I make a mental note to ask for his autograph later, and it'll mean more because it's not just me autographing as him. Mm-hmm. And we sort of sneak out, and I give him the mop.
Okay.
I assume Chloren didn't leave with the mop?
He did not leave with the mop.
All
he
right,
left with his weapon, but not with the mop.
I give Saul the mop.
Okay.
And I kind of edge out, sort of checking both ways, but the door kind of squeaks. It does.
It squeaks, and it opens up into sort of like a theater.
Okay. Where they do sort of presentations during these conventions.
Yep. It's
and
dark.
The place where they announce the new season of Heights and Depths.
Yeah.
Yeah. And do a little preview trailer for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Exactly.
Perfect.
It is dark now. Most of the events that took place here happened during the day. And you can see at the far end of the theater an open door back into the main hall.
Are there any other... So there's a stage, right?
Yeah.
I presume also there's an exit.
Yeah, so there's a stage. From where you're standing, the stage is in front and to your left. Mm-hmm. There's another door straight across, and then there's a bunch of seating to your right, and the exit to the main hall is on the right.
Okay.
And the only lights in this room are above the doors that open up into the main hall.
There's a lot of popcorn on the seats because people are nasty and don't clean up after themselves.
Yeah.
As
you walk,
if we need to set the mood anymore. There's a crunch of popcorn.
Crunch, and it looks like you stepped on some nachos.
So, aside from that and the squeaking door, we're leaving a little bit of an audible trail. Mm-hmm. And, but because my paranoia comes in handy, and I tell Saul to not be directly behind me because Chloren could be anywhere, but to go down a different row of seats and kind of duck through.
Yes, spread out. I was about to say the same thing.
Yes, well, of course. I know I just beat you to it, and you're gonna say it. I loved you in those seasons.
Thank you very much.
And so we advance.
Really earned that spemmy.
I have a joke, but I can't think of it right now.
You have a joke, but you don't know what it is.
Yeah. There's always a joke. So we advance slowly.
Yeah, it's
toward the door.
A little spooky.
It's a little
but
spooky.
There are a lot of people on the other side of the door.
Phantom of the Opera is playing very loudly in my head.
And then you get about 3/4 of the way there, and you see a silhouetted figure in that door.
In that same door.
Peeking in.
I duck.
You duck.
Saul's already ducked.
Yeah.
He's crouched.
Let's see if Saul's already ducked.
I already told him to duck.
Let's see if
You're rolling to see if he listened to me.
Uh-huh.
I've been flattering him, so I think I should have a boost.
Okay.
He's very susceptible to flattery.
Yeah, he ducked in time.
Cool.
Did you duck in time?
Yes. What else am I gonna say?
Roll your athletics check.
No! I need to improve these things. Alright.
Or coordination.
Both of them are equal out to just 2.
Oh, 2? I thought it was just 1. Okay.
No, the only thing I only have 1 of is cunning. Although I feel like I've been acting with a little more cunning than that, but...
You just sacrificed your cunning for your intellect.
Well, it seemed right at the time, but these don't really reflect the growth in character I've undergone through these games. So anyway, what am I rolling?
Yeah, you're rolling that.
Rolling, okay.
Thinking about boosts.
He doesn't know for sure whether we're in there or not.
I'll give you 1 because it's dark.
Dark. Yeah. It fell on my foot.
It better be a good...
Purple?
Oh, it's a purple?
Yeah.
You might be in trouble.
What's the triangle?
That's a failure.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
What's that?
Okay.
So he sees us.
Yeah. He sees somebody.
He sees the top of my head.
Yeah.
Because I'm a very, very tall Mon Calamari.
Uh-huh. You're too tall. That's exactly what it is. You ended up with an advantage, though, so you can say what that is. So he...
I say, we're just finishing up in here, sir, for the next presentation. Next presentation's not till tomorrow. I pretend to be cleaning crew.
You're not the one holding the mop.
God, no. Saul, use all of your acting.
I will accept this as a way to go. All right, so Saul stands up with his mop. Excuse me, sir. We're just finishing up in here. You're gonna have to wait outside with the rest of the people. It's just gonna be a minute.
I'm a little offended by Saul's. He's attempting a Mon Calamari accent. But I say nothing.
You couldn't even tell it was Chloren because he was just a shadow on the door. But you hear his voice say, "Oh, okay, sorry," and he leaves.
Great, beautiful. That's how you turn a bad roll into a good move.
The two of you sneak up the rest of the way to the main hall.
Mm-hmm. And I kind of still poke my head out first just to make sure he's out of the clear, and he is. He's not around.
We should probably call the police.
I say, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna skedaddle, but you do that. I know
you should
too much.
Probably be on record saying whatever happened.
I keep dealing with this one clone trooper, and I don't want to be dealing with no more clone troopers. He's gonna be wondering why he has to keep taking down my information.
Well, if there's anything I can do for you, just here. And he hands you his business card.
All right, cool.
Number on it.
Karp's moving up in the world. I'm pleased to offer you my services.
Saul says, "Oh, all right. I'm gonna go this way. If you don't want to talk to the police, you should probably go that way."
Okay. I scram out of there.
And he walks looking over his shoulder the whole way, making sure nobody's following him.
I kind of feel like a little bit of a hero, you know?
Again.
I start, I'm walking through all of these other fans thinking, how many you've been saving any of these actors? But then does Saul know to tell the police about the others that...
Probably not.
Ugh, crap. So that means I have to find that little crazy pot. The little crazy pants, Chloren. So he can't go... Because there's, a lot of actors. This show's been on for 100 seasons.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of actors he could go after.
Mm-hmm. I mean, some of them are, at this point, just brains in jars, but they're still there.
Yeah, like in Futurama, where you just got the heads in the jars talking for a while.
Well, these are like brains on the butts of giant spider robots.
Why not on the heads of giant spider robots?
It looks like the butts. I'm thinking specifically of the Bomar monks. Remember those?
Uh-uh.
There was one wandering around Jabba's palace.
What are they called?
Bomar. B''O''M''A''R''.
They had their brains transplanted into nutrient-filled jars. Well, you know how a lot of, actors take up meditation and...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is just the most extreme
this
version
is like
of
extreme form.
Yeah.
Great. I've always kept this in the back of my head as, how one of those...
An option?
An option. Not because I want to be a monk, but just because, to preserve my intellect for all eternity.
Mm-hmm.
Like that guy from The Winter Soldier, who just is a computer now.
Yeah, the guy who plays Dobby.
Is he Dobby?
He's Dobby.
I didn't know he was Dobby.
Yeah. Yep.
Aw, makes me like him more now.
So you're wandering through these crowds, people dressed up as everyone from every season.
Keeping an eye out for Chloren.
What direction are you headed?
Feeling very embarrassed about the company I kept in high school. What'd you ask?
What direction are you headed? You headed back towards his room? Are you headed towards the exit or Famous Cafe?
I really wish I would have thought should I chase down the actor and just say, oh, by the way, you don't know this, but you would have been in the latest in the list of Heights and Depths actors he killed, and could you please tell the police about the rest of them? But he did show me a list, and I could tell them which ones it was. Oh, I don't want to deal with the police. There's always clone troopers.
You pass by somebody who's dressed as the clone trooper from season 104.
And I jump out of pure instinct. I go, whoa! And then I leap back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See, it's like, does the paranoia win, or does my burgeoning sense of decency and responsibility to life win out? I feel like I should have established before how much of a conscience Karp has.
Yeah, Karp should probably be playing with morality.
we haven't installed the morality chip in Karp's persona yet. Okay.
All right.
I guess morality wins.
So you're
reluctantly
walking through
with
these
great
crowds,
reluctance,
thinking all of this, going back
these
and
deep
forth
thoughts
in
my
your brain,
head.
And you bump into somebody.
Is it Snooper?
No,
it's not.
It's Chloren.
Great.
What are you doing?
Well, you took so long getting the hot dogs. I went looking for you.
Yeah, right.
Where's the hot dogs, man? You clearly have not been
right
getting
here.
hot dogs.
He's got a hot dog in each hand.
Oh. Well, then give me one.
But
I've been looking out for you.
He's not in there. You're not in there. What happened?
No, I decided you were right, and why wait? Why not just take care of him? So I did it for you.
You're in the middle of a big crowd, and a circle is forming as the two of you are yelling at each other.
Oh, we're yelling?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm whispering. I feel like I'm whispering.
You were yelling, though.
Well, yeah, no. I say I'm whispering.
He's yelling.
I say, okay, great. Well, I guess if he'd ever had a sense of decorum, he would have not kidnapped all those actors and killed them.
Right.
So, well, I get an idea, and I say, I had the guts to do what you wouldn't do. And Chloren is like, what?
What?
Said,
what are you talking about?
I took care of the problem because I knew you wouldn't.
I would have.
I knew you'd chicken out at the last second.
I could take care of things.
And he doesn't realize it, but I am using the script from episode 17 of season 67, in which Magla disposes of her ex's... I know evil clones get used a lot, but she disposed of her ex's evil clone because her ex didn't have the guts to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And people around us are thinking we're just acting out the fight from the episode. Okay, you know what? I feel like this is something that would pass at a convention.
Yeah, it would.
He's
Unfortunately
looking at
for
me
you,
very dubiously.
Chloren is also a big fan of the show.
And he knows what I'm trying to do.
Maybe.
But can he help himself to not play along?
He knows what you're up to.
But what's he going to do in the middle of a crowd?
But he cannot help himself.
He cannot help himself.
No.
We are talking like the deepest level of fanaticism here.
Yeah. So what did you say?
Wait, I need to come up with the rest of my script. So you just wanted to give him amnesia, but I knew it wouldn't stick.
Amnesia worked on Ross. Why would it not work on my evil brother?
Someone from the crowd shouts, "Was that season 26?"
Another one shouts, "We don't talk about season 26."
And then Chloren looks a little abashed, like he broke some unspoken rule of fandom that he approached the subject.
Saul appears behind Chloren.
Saul, who also cannot help himself.
He also cannot help himself.
He got replaced on the show and has not gotten over it. He was in this season. He jumps in.
We knew you would not be able to do it yourself, so we took care of it. We took things into our own hands, and we'll take care of you too.
And I get kind of shaken out of the moment. I'm like, Dude, did you talk to the police already? I'm looking around for police, seeing if he actually alerted them and maybe he called them. I'm going to say he called for them, and he's stalling. Can I flip a light side point?
Yes.
Yes, I'm doing that.
And Saul raises the mop that he's holding.
In a very Shakespearean manner.
And swings it at Chloren. And it just breaks on his shoulder and doesn't hurt him at all. Ow! What are you doing, Saul? I thought we were friends.
Does Saul announce to the crowd that this guy tied him up, kidnapped him? Or would they all think it's part of the show?
He is too into the scene.
Oh, no.
And he's advancing on him with the broken mop handle. And Chloren runs and breaks it through the crowd.
Okay, great. Now I have to try and stun him,
He's running towards
right?
the exit.
I'm going to try and stun him. I draw my... Oh, we're in a crowd, though. I take after him.
Did it happen in the episode?
Oh, wait, yes, it did. It did happen in the episode that Magla, upon her ex making a break for it, stuns him in the back as he runs for the exit.
You're going to flip a light side point to make that true?
Yes, but now he's got 2 dark side points, and he is just loving it.
Roll your stun. Range light. 1
2
difficulty.
and then 2 agility.
But a setback because of the crowd.
But a boost because in the script I get him.
Sure, you aimed.
I aimed.
Wow.
I cannot roll for beans today. I fail so hard, don't I?
Yeah, that's a fail with 3 advantages. So your shot goes up and to the left, and he breaks through into the crowd. What would you like your advantages to be?
People are pressing it around. He can't get very far. Maybe?
Yeah, he's moving real slow.
Yeah, he can't fight through.
Yeah, everybody saw that Saul Vanderbeek was reprising his role from these earlier seasons, and
now
everybody
everyone
wanted
thinks
to
he's
come
been
in
signed
and
to
see.
a contract.
Yeah, yeah, Chloren is having a hard time getting through the crowd, but
Yeah,
you would
him.
also be having a hard time getting through the crowd after him.
Right. So I need to do something or say something to clear, genuinely clear the area. Well, if anyone could clear the area, it would be Saul, wouldn't it? Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna break script, rewrite the script. Oh, Saul's just got the mop, so he can't really. I can clear the area, but it's on the broken handle mop.
Yep.
Can't I just fire again?
Sure.
Alright, I fire again.
Okay, I'm gonna add since
it's not creative, but it's still in the script.
Another setback because the crowd is pushing it so hard.
Okay. Do I still get to keep my advantage?
Sure.
Okay, cool. He's throwing me a bone. I feel like the last game I rolled very well, and now I'm being punished for it.
The last game that hasn't aired yet.
We were messing a little bit with timeline continuity.
All right, so I see a threat.
I'm gonna be honest.
You could just roll it. It fell on the floor, so you can roll it.
Okay.
It's gonna come up worse.
I don't think it could.
It could come up with 2 failures. It came up better.
So
1 success.
So it can't
what
be a
do you
major
do?
success.
What'd you do?
I hit him in the shoulder. I glanced off of his shoulder.
No, you
I
solidly hit him with it.
I solidly hit him with my stun, and he flops to the floor, but everyone thinks he's play acting. And people start applauding.
Yeah.
Because they're really getting into it.
Yeah.
And then some of them start acting out scenes. Mm-hmm. And it just turns into everybody turning into a little Shakespeare company.
Everybody doing their favorite scenes.
Yes.
The actors are coming down off their stages and doing the scenes that they won their Spemmys for. And so a crowd has made a circle around Chloren, who is laying on the ground, stunned.
But Saul did manage to call the troopers.
Yeah.
In time.
Yeah, so he did manage to call the troopers in time. There's this big circle in the center of this crowd full of people who are just acting out their favorite scenes. And Chloren is on the ground, and incoming from one side of the circle is a small platoon of clones with their blasters drawn. And coming in from the other side of the circle is Snoober and his boys with their blasters drawn.
Oh, I try to wave Snoober off. Like, no, it's fine. No.
He's gotta come save Karp. Even though Karp saved herself.
Oh, why did I told him to meet me at the Winner's Circle.
Yeah.
That was a
but
code
he
for
knew
come
where
to
you
the
were
convention.
going. He knew where you were.
Alright, so how does Karp save the day yet again? Well, I guess I play act my way over to where Chloren is on the ground, sprawled, unconscious.
Yep.
And I sort of plant myself with arms upraised, you know. Oh, wait. My blaster is retracted back into the sleeve, by the way.
Okay.
I retract my blaster. And say, I guess I just shout, I get the trooper's attention and say, "This is the one you're looking for!
That's the one we're looking for.
I got him! It was all me!
Him. Oh, okay. All right. And I helped a little bit. And Saul comes out of the crowd with his mop handle. He's the one you're looking for. Hey, you okay?
Yeah,
okay,
and I
Karp?
kind of kind of do that little shooing motion behind my back towards Snoober.
Snoober gets it.
And everyone kind of
Snoober
quietly
goes.
puts their...
He whistles as well as he can and does a little circle in the air with his finger, and all his dudes put their weapons away.
Okay, yeah, they all dissipate.
And dissipate into the crowd.
And then just hope they look like cosplayers.
Yeah. And this group of clones, they've got their blasters still out pointing at Chloren, who is on the ground. And the leader of them with the little blue shoulder pad comes up.
This is my old buddy. I'm still not doing paperwork, you know.
Fancy seeing you here. He takes off his helmet, and it's the clone you recognize as Teeth.
Yeah, I'm not doing paperwork this time either. But Saul will be happy to sign as many forms as you'd like, because he is a fan of giving autographs now, aren't you, Saul? And Saul says yes, because he's learned what happens if he doesn't give those autographs.
You seem to be getting into a lot of trouble.
No, other people seem to be getting me into a lot of trouble.
Yeah, well, you seem to be at the center of it. Oh, well, I know I've learned my lesson. I can't get you to fill anything out, so I'll just have your friends do it for you.
But, I mean, I know this is off the record because I ain't signing no record, but just so FYI, I did catch a serial killer.
Serial killer?
This Saul would not have been the first actor he did away with.
This is Mon Calamari. He looks harmless.
Well,
A pair of clone troopers has picked him up and is putting binders on him right now.
And they find other little tools
Hey,
on this
boss.
person, right?
Got
these
some,
little
he's got some
darts.
weird stuff here.
Yeah. Those are not props from the show.
It's a list here. Well,
It's like a Kill Bill style list where he just starts crossing them off after he takes care of them.
gonna have to look into this, I guess.
All of these, and Saul season recognizes the names of actors who he hasn't been seeing at the reunion specials lately.
Oh, Hal Flynn. Where's he?
He probably rotting on the lowest level of Coruscant right now. I was gonna say that I'm a little embarrassed that a fellow Mon Calamari has done this, but I won't go into that. I feel like as a former vice president of the Heights and Depths fan club on DAC, I have done my duty. I'm not expecting to
won't
be
be
reinstated to my position, but I feel a great sense of accomplishment at having fulfilled the solemn oath. I don't quite remember how it went, but I'm pretty sure I upheld it.
Something about serving and protecting.
Yeah.
All right, so we zoom out from this circle that is sort of gathered around. There's some clones pushing people back, trying to maintain a perimeter. And we will wipe to
Star Wars wipe too.
Star Wars wipe.
Sideways wipe
yeah,
too.
to Snoober and Karp sitting at the winner's circle. It's a pod racing
Oh, that's what
bar.
I figured, yeah.
Yeah. And Karp is sitting with her back to the wall.
Yes.
See the entrance.
So she can see the entrance in a chair, not a booth, because she can easily get out of the chair. But booths, you gotta awkwardly slide out of. So
I could
she's-
see Karp just sliding right under the table, though.
That's true, but she could do that with a regular table as well.
Mm-hmm.
They just happen to get a table
Yeah,
with chairs
Yeah.
rather than a booth.
you're at a high table, having drinks out of bottles,
Yes.
and you show
Bottles that were not opened until they were brought to my table.
You show Snoober your autographed hollow photo of Saul Vanderbeek. To Karp, stay sane. Saul Vanderbeek.
Snooper's not impressed.
Never got that show. Just never got it. I don't know. I don't know what the big deal is. I think I'm the only one.
I thought I could change you, Snooper.
That's the one thing that I cannot change.
The one compromise that can't be made.
Yeah.
The end.
Sure.
Was that okay? Was that any good?
Yeah. I hope everybody who likes Heights and Depths appreciates our entire episode dedicated
Being about it.
to Heights and Depths.
Thanks for listening to another episode of Coruscant Nights. Thanks to Nikki for playing on these episodes. You can find Nikki's art at nikkismetters.com. That's NIKKISMETTERS.com. Our music is by Mark Eberhardt and Nick Scourin. You can find Nick's music at pro-am.bandcamp.com.
You can find us on social media at Coruscant Night on Twitter, and you can email us at coruscantnightspod@gmail.com.
Love the show and want to show your support? Leave us a 5-star review on iTunes or visit our Patreon.
Check it out at patreon.com/Coruscant Nights. Now stay tuned for a preview of next week's episode. They're leading you into a freezer. And in the freezer, there is a Klatooinian. He's very tall, broad shoulders, muscles under his nicely fitting suit. And in his hands is the largest vibro axe you've ever seen.
Guys, I'm not sure what business you're in. I think maybe there's been a mistake.
No mistake. You're Val?
Yep. That would be me. I'm Val. Val Yindo, at your service.
We need your expertise, and we're not going to take no for an answer.
Then I suppose there's only one answer I can give, which would be, what do you need my help with?
He pulls a little data pad out of a pocket, and he says,
There's a very valuable egg that we're going to need you to steal for us.
Surely, eggs are being laid every day. I'm not sure why you would need an expert's help with that.
This particular egg is in the care of somebody who is not budging at all. We will not sell this egg, and we need it.
And why do you think that I could help ease this sale for you?
We've heard about you, Val.
And my abilities.
Your abilities as a thief.
I look around at the faces of the 3 gentlemen who are in the freezer with me. Mm-hmm. And I say, look, word gets around about people. Things get blown out of proportion. I don't know exactly what you've heard about me, but I assure you, it's a big city outside. Surely there's any number of people who could help you procure whatever kind of food you're looking for.
This isn't food. This is a very valuable bird's egg that will not be eaten, and, as I said, will not be taken no for an answer.
And he hands you that data pad that he pulled out of his pocket. On the screen, you see it looks like a security camera feed, and it's a dark room. There are 4 people in the dark room, and he says,
We will not be taken no for an answer, because we've got your family. If you ever want to see them again, you're gonna get us this egg.
Looking at the data pad, the 4 people on it, they are all Alinas. They are about 2.5 feet tall. They are blue, lizardy, big-eyed people.
You sure got Val Yindo's family there, don't you?
We do.
Sure got Val Yindo over a barrel. Well, look, fellas, I don't know if you forgot your prescription lenses, but clearly there's been some kind of mistake. I mean, there's not much family resemblance here. Now that I look at this, I start to suppose maybe there's been some miscommunication, which happens time to time. You see, my species, we have some very soft V's and Y's that sometimes can be hard to enunciate, maybe misconstrued by your ears. I think you might think that I'm someone different than who I am.
The Gamoran...
But you saw the sign. You came to us.
Yeah, the sign that said, Yal Vindo?
Yeah, that's your name.
Yeah, Yal Vindo?
Same thing.
Technicality's not your strong suit, okay.